Hello, and welcome back to my Endless Space 2 guide. The guide that allows beginners, people who haven't had the game yet, to kind of understand the game at a basic level so that they can actually enjoy it and make it worth their money, because it is most definitely worth your money, especially if you're into Forex games. This is guide number 5. And the topic for that is trade and marketplace. So, on your little taskbar here at the top, right? Everything relating to trade and the economy, you can click on this pile of coins, third from the left. So it'll bring up, I think the default screen it brings up is this. So there's two tabs that you have to work with. There's trade and resource and the marketplace. I'm going to start with trade and resource. The most important thing to kind of understand in this tab, I would say at least, is system development. When you start out the game, it's all going to be grayed out. You're not going to have access to it. But as you progress, you'll unlock different levels of modernization. So you start with 1. And then I've already explained luxury resources, right? And if you hover over them, they each have their own little bonuses, right? +4 industry, +4 dust, +100 dust on system, etc., right? So on my starting system, or my starting node of the galaxy, I had a lot of Jada Mix. So, and Jada Mix is really nice because it gives industry. So I put that one in. So when this was available to be, used, upgraded, there was, I think, a plus sign or a question mark, I don't remember exactly, and you click on it, and then you choose the luxury resource. So now, right, now you lock it in. You can't change this, so choose wisely. So you lock it in, and then you would go to a system, right, a level 1 system. For example, Sing, right? This is a system that I conquered. It's 80%. I'm going to get rid of it when it's at 100, but that was a little bit of a spoiler. I'm gonna go into that one later. So you would just scroll down, right? So there's all my improvements and all whatnot. I would usually towards the bottom, and I would just select level 2 modernization. Whether it's going from level 2 to level 3, level 1 to 2, 3 to 4, it always takes 1 turn. And which is really nice if you're using something like, let's bring up the list. If you're using something like Voidstone, or the Proto Orchid, or even this one, the Hydromeal, right? It gives a flat boost of 100 industry, dust, food, etc. There's another one for science. I don't have it unlocked yet. When it gives that flat boost, it's very nice because it only takes a turn to make. So it's like if you're starting out a new colony, it's like drones on steroids when you get a Voidstone. If that's in your modernization, right? And you can, as you keep going, you could still choose and expand on it. It doesn't have to be, the same things. I just like to kind of stack it because it's very nice, very good boost. And now for the other part of the right. So there's 2 tabs. So the second part is the marketplace, and you have here all the information that you need. So on your left here, you have the sellable items, right? These are items that you possess that you can sell. Strategic, you click on that. Luxury, bam. So we do that. Pretty simple. You click, you sell. You can use this, you can manually type it in. I could sell that much, etc. For purchasable, there's a little more options. So you have your strategic resources, which are quite pricey generally, and not very abundant. Like Oricolics is only 3, Antimatter 6. That's like one, it's not even a ship. This is not even a ship. You can't even. Anyway. So generally, luxury resources is kind of the things that you'll like to get. You could just start stockpiling it and use it for system development, but I would, I'd advise with system development you use luxury resources that you currently have and not have to rely on the marketplace, because it's not always as abundant as this, for instance. Ships, there's none currently available, but when you sell a ship, right? So let's actually do a little bit of science right here. So where is my thrusters? Where are my invasion ships? There they are. So let's detach one of them. Let's sell them. Right. Okay. So when you sell it, I knew that when other people sell ships that it appears here. I didn't know if I did it, it would appear, but if I sell it, my ship appears here, and anyone can buy it. I can rebuy it. 218, so it's at a significant markup, but I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to how much I got when I sold it, but it wasn't 218. It was a lot less. Anyway, so anyone could sell it. So, you know, if you sell outdated models of your ships, you know, and you're invading someone, they could actually buy it and use it against you. And hopefully you sold it because it's really bad and you have nothing to worry about. And the last thing you can do is you can buy heroes. Right now it's locked because I'm kind of late in the game. But you can buy heroes, and it lays out everything for you. The cost, which way, like what the heroes are good at. So the other thing I wanted to mention quickly, or rather I forgot to mention, is that on this marketplace, the laws of supply and demand apply. So early on in the game, right, this is the Sophon AI. They just souped up their science, they started exploring the galaxy, and they explored the curiosities that gave them these two tiers, and even those two, right? And it gave them the loot. And since I think only one of the AI was Sophon, or none of them, I don't know, only a couple of them were able to do that. So they put it on the marketplace, and demand is very high because it's high tier loot. So the prices was high, and as more civilizations, more empires became able to discover and reap the rewards, the price started to taper off a little bit. And then as people started making ships that make these things, and system improvements, there was a little more demand for it, so the price went up. So it's just something to take note of. If you kind of dump resources on the market like I did here with my titanium, I mean, they'll keep buying it just at a very low price, which is nice because obviously I have a lot of extra to work with. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to talk about, I'm sure you probably noticed this as I was in this screen, is the trading companies, right? I can even probably show you the tech. Let me find it. No. This is the tech that allows you to list luxury and strategic goods on the marketplace. This allows you to get heroes and buy ships. Where is it? I'm missing it. See, it's gotta be a low tier. No. That is not good. I cannot find it. I don't even remember what it's called exactly. It's not that one, obviously. It's gotta be this one. Here it is. Right? Yes. Okay. That's good. I think I moused over this actually at the beginning. So this is the tech. This is the tech that allows you to start a trading company, right? So you look in here, and when you get that tech, I think it lets you get just one for now, right? You start off with one, and you place that in any city you want, any system you want. Here is the level, right, that the trading company is at, right? Higher level means higher returns. I would be careful about where you place your trading company, because the location that you put it on determines how much gold you're getting, but more importantly, what luxury resources you're getting. 2.2, is obviously not a lot, but you want the resources to be coming in, especially if you don't normally have them. And also you want them to be safe, because if that system gets taken over, you lose the trading company, or even worse, it gets blockaded, and whoever's blockading your system will get the resources instead of you, the luxury resources, the cash. So it's very important to choose very carefully. This also applies to the trading subsidiaries, right? That's this. So it's you build the headquarters, right, on a system, but you can build subsidiaries anywhere, I believe. You can only have one per system, and that also influences gold gold. I keep saying gold. Dust income, and the luxury resources. So it's important to choose carefully about the headquarters and also where to put your subsidiaries. And the final little tidbit is this screen here. well, sorry, not this screen. Just this section. So here are my trading companies. This is my first one. I put it on my capital, the first system I started with, and here you have the ability to increase output of luxury resources or dust gain. So here I have, what you do is you click this button, it costs dust, and it increases, how much you get. So I can click it once. So right now it's at 401, 430, and 48. So there's not a whole lot of increase, but it cost me, that's the next level, it cost me 1881, right? So you can go crazy, especially when you have this much extra dust, and just start souping the hell out of it. But I mean, at that point, it becomes a question of return on investment and how many turns are you going to be in the game to recoup that investment. And maybe you put it on luxury resources, but it only increases it 0.1 per, right? So is it worth it? Is it a bad choice? That's up to you to decide. But you have the option to spend a little bit of extra dust to get a little bit of extra dust, in case you ever have a surplus.